Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. I am back. Got a couple other stories I want to touch on. A couple political stories. I warned you it was coming. I warned you. I told you it was coming. It's coming heavy. It's coming hard. I warned you politics was coming. It was going to be my perspective, but I was always going to be honest with you. I warned you, and here it is. I'm going to touch on a couple of major stories that came out. The big one locally here in Maryland or the Baltimore and its surrounding areas, couple of city executives or city government people have started a draft to close down the block. For those who don't know what the block is, it's a straight up block of downtown Baltimore that is known for strip clubs. It's a pretty cool place to go, except for the violence. It can be pretty violent down there, but it's a fun place to go if you want to go to a strip club or something like that. It's nice. I've been a couple times. I've had a good time in my day. It's fun. It's a night. I've always gone to the nicer places down there. There are a couple, but that's the deal. To me, this is a travesty because that area has historical value, but it's part of the idea to clean up downtown. Now, the kicker with this is right across the street, adjacent from the fucking block, is police headquarters. So it's the one place you think, well, no crime's happening. Police headquarters is right fucking there. You would be wrong. You'd be dead fucking wrong because there's crime all over the place. It's drug deals and all kinds of shit. Hookers. It's crazy. And they're just like, but there's cops everywhere. How the fuck is this happening? And sometimes you gotta shrug your shoulders and say, hey, that's Baltimore. Well, this is one of those situations where it's like, that's Baltimore. Home of the heartless, I guess. I don't know. Another story that broke this week. The Supreme Court basically said, to Trump and his legal team, who've been trying to block his claim, who's been trying to block the National Archive from releasing his records from January 6th, because it's probably really bad for him. They pretty much said, yeah, dude, you don't have executive privilege. The executive is the guy in the White House, and he's already said no. I was like, but he's claiming executive privilege because he's former president. And they're like, is he president now? And they're like, well, no. It's like, okay, then you didn't have executive privilege. Case closed by an 8-1 vote. So the three people that Trump just put in before he got lost in 2020 all voted against him. The only one that voted for him in his favor was Clarence Thomas. There's a reason for that. The reason for that is Clarence Thomas's wife, Ginny, was one of the financial backers of January 6th. She was one of the money people. And one of the biggest things that came out during Merrick Garland's speech a couple weeks ago, he said, we're going after the money. We're going after the people who funded it. We're going after the people that put up the money for it. And we're going to see where the fuck this leads. And now that the National Archive pretty much put out the information like an hour after the fucking verdict, like, because they've had it ready to go. Like the second the Supreme Court rules, we're putting it up. We're giving it up. They're like, yeah, you can give it up. They're like, here you go. You guys can have this shit. Here it is, all in a neat little bow. One of the things that had come out of that is that, and this is a story that should be huge, because this is how a coup happens. Donald Trump had drafted an executive order seizing the voting machines. Specifically in the states that he lost. The ones that were close, the 7 states that he lost that he kind of needed to win to keep the election, going, he was going to take the voting machines. He was going to seize them. What happens from that point? Here's how a coup works. You seize the voting machines. You get into the machines, you change the data. You all of a sudden come out and say, hey man, we won. And it's like, what do you mean you won? You show the data that you changed, boom, you're in. And you never leave. That is how a coup happens. Apparently, like, people are like, dude, you can't fucking do this. If you do it, we'll fucking quit. But he was gonna do it. Like, there's the coup. There's the coup attempt. That's how it was going to go down if all else failed. Peter Navarro talked about the Green Bay sweep a couple weeks ago, where they had 100 senators and representatives from the Republican side ready to go to block the fucking certification of the election. Ted Cruz and Mo Brooks had already started in the House and the Senate. Had the riot not happened, that would have been sufficient enough to at least delay the results until he implemented that executive order. Green Bay sweep. That's how they were going to do it. That's the part Navarro didn't say out loud that we just figured out from these documents. Because now we have it. And as the great Bob Cesca says on his show all the time, Donald Trump always makes things worse for Trump. He said it for years, and it's true. Donald Trump always makes things worse for himself. Between that, the PowerPoint that they didn't delete, Mark Meadows didn't delete because he's a fucking idiot, outlining everything that they were gonna do. It's like, no, I still can't believe nobody thought to delete that shit. Like, you could delete the file. Do you know nobody deleted this? And you turned it over and you didn't think to delete that first before wipe the hard drive? They're done on this computer because I wiped it. Yeah, but you don't tell them you wiped it. You just give it to them. Like, holy shit, you're stupid. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, to quote John Draper and Break the Apocalypse, my boys over there, this was the stupid insurrection. But it's gone from insurrection to an outright attempt to overthrow our democracy. They tried to overthrow our democracy. And they're still doing it right now. With these voter suppression laws that they're doing in various states like Georgia, making it hard, closing polling places, which is how you suppress the vote. Like, we're not blocking you from voting. We're just making it really hard for you to get to places to vote and making it really hard for you to go to a place where you can get there in time to vote. Oh, and one of the things in this new voting bill that failed yesterday would have been making Election Day a national holiday, federal holiday. So everybody could go vote, so they don't have to worry about working that day, so they don't have to take a day and go vote after work when you may not get there in time or have to go early in the day because you've got to go to work. It would give everybody off to go vote. And the reason it's getting blocked by Republicans is the more people vote, the more they lose. Look at what happened with Biden. More people voted in the 2020 election than at any point in our history because there was mail-in ballots. Would have been nationally accepted. You could do mail-in ballots. It was been part of the election process. Permanently, you could mail in your ballot. Would have been great. Don't have to wait in these long lines and stuff like that. It would have been fantastic, but they didn't do it. All I can say in that regard, if you're pissed off at what happened there yesterday, if you're angry about that, if you're really mad about it, you know what you do about it? You don't sit back on your ass and sit out the election. You get your ass out, you fucking vote. Why? Because that's what needs to happen. You make it so the Republicans can't block. You make it so Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin can't fuck things up for the Democrats. You make them powerless by putting in enough of a majority into the Senate and into the House that nothing gets stopped. So the agenda that you voted for can go through. Because a 50-50 Senate is not good enough to get things done. Having to get a supermajority of fucking senators to do anything is just asking to catch L's left and right. You didn't give enough to the Democrats to do what they need to do. Facts. You may not want to hear that, but that's the truth. That's why things are deadlocked in the Senate and nothing gets done. The House is doing their part. The House passed health care. They passed H.R. 1. They passed infrastructure. They passed all these other stuff. They passed the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. They've done their part. Nancy Pelosi's done her thing. She's gotten shit done in the House. And then the Senate, Manchin, Sinema, and the Republicans are just stopping everything. You've got two Democrats who are basically blocking everything because they want to have some supermajority of some idea that the Republicans are going to do something right, when it's been proven that they're not. Like, how many times do you have to get slapped in the face with their dicks? They're not going to do what you want them to do. They're not going to be bipartisan. They don't care about it. They want the fucking power. They don't give a fuck if it's bipartisan. They care about nullifying you so they can retake power in the Senate and then keep blocking everything. And hopefully when they get the White House back or the House back, they get back to doing what they were fucking doing. Just taking away everything from us. Taking away social programs. Taking away Medicare. Taking away Social Security. Because that's what they want to do. They want to privatize everything. Like, that's their goal. They don't want government to do shit for the people. But the role of government is to do for the people what they cannot do for themselves. That's literally why it exists. And everybody talks about the Founding Fathers. If the Founding Fathers saw what the Republican Party has become, they'd be fucking disgusted. Lincoln, all those guys, they'd be like, what the fuck happened here? They say, the Constitution was a living document. It was meant to evolve over time as things changed. It wasn't set in stone like the commandments. What the fuck are you doing? That's what they would say about that shit right now. If you could get someone that goes to George Washington and all the people who drafted the Constitution, drafted the Bill of Rights, they would say, when we wrote this, it was like the 1700s, going into the 1800s. We didn't know about advances in science and medication and shit like that. So we intended for this to kind of evolve over time. That's why amendments exist in the Constitution. Otherwise, it'd be the same shit that they wrote back in the 1776, and it wouldn't be the same thing. But they changed over time, and it evolved as a living document that's supposed to preserve our democracy. Which we are on the verge of losing if shit does not change. I don't know how else to say it. No, I'm not saying get in the streets and do stupid shit. That's not what I'm saying. But if you want to fight to keep democracy, if you want to keep this country, you better get your fucking ass to the polls and make your voice heard. You better make your voice count. And you better do everything you can to do that come the election day. Period. Rock the vote, get out and vote. Whatever you've got to fucking do, fucking vote. Because that's the only way to change shit. They won't listen to you. You make them listen with the power of a pen and a ballot. By making them unemployed. That's how you do it. Another quick thing I want to touch on, and this is a science thing. Just a bit of a science rant, because I've kind of been promising this one too. And this is for our anti-vax friends out there, the anti-science people. This is specifically to you. And I've been holding this in since I got better. But I'm going to say this here, right now. And I want you to hear me loud and clear. If you get COVID and you didn't get vaccinated, do everybody a favor. Do the sick cancer patients who are sitting back and have to wait because your fucking ass took up a hospital bed they need for their treatments. Do something for the people in the ER who have actual emergencies that did what they're supposed to do a favor. Heart issues and shit like that who need to have surgeries a favor that may save their lives, like gallbladders and shit like that. Do us all a favor. Stay your fucking ass home and don't come out. Stay home and deal with it there. Because you didn't trust the science when it comes to the vaccine, right? You don't trust science. You prove that by not getting the vaccine. You don't trust it. They're putting a tracking device in you. Do you have a fucking cell phone? Congratulations, asshole. They already know where you're at because that's where they're tracking you with that. They don't need to fucking track you with a virus, you dumb shits. They've already tracked you. Your phone can track you. Do you have location on your phone? Yeah, they've already fucking got you, homie. You're done, son. But if you don't trust science when it comes to the vaccine, don't trust science to save your life when you're dying of a disease that is avoidable. You see, science has been saving me from the day I was born. Just a bit of a background on me, on your boy Chris here. Your boy was born 3 months premature. I was transparent. You could see through my body, and I was the size of my hand. I spent 3 months in an incubator, literally fighting for every breath I took. Had heart surgery as a kid, lung operations, surgery on my left or my right leg and my left shoulder, where they basically had to rebuild my left arm. I almost lost it. So science has been saving me my entire fucking life. When I took that baseball off the head when I was pitching, science kept me from dying. And science kept me alive while my brain recovered and I had to learn to walk again and talk again. You may even see it sometimes in my face where it doesn't move all the way like it should. It's part of the after effects of that. Science has been keeping me seizure free for years now. I'm on the proper medication for that. Science is keeping me getting my thyroid in shape now from Graves' disease right now. From medication I'm taking to get my thyroid under control. Like, science has been doing wonders for my life from day fucking one. So I trust science with my fucking life. And it has never failed me. When I got COVID, science saved me. Because if I hadn't gotten the vaccine, I'd be fucking dead right now because of asthma. Asthma and COVID equal, you're kind of fucked. So if you don't trust science to save your life, or to save you from getting sick, or from dying from this, don't trust it once you get it and you're in a bad way. By then it's already too late. You didn't trust science before. Now you're begging it to save your life. It's not fair to other people who did the right thing. It's not fair to people who now have to wait and possibly die in an ER from a surgery that would have saved their life because there are no beds because your fucking ass took it over. And again, this is strictly to those who refuse to get vaccinated. This is strictly to you, motherfuckers. To you people who are not doing what you're supposed to fucking do. Yeah, I've been harsh about it. You're goddamn right I'm harsh about it. You're absolutely fucking right I'm harsh about it. Because all the sickness that's happened, all the death, all of it's avoidable by just trusting science. Period. Like, you take medication for other shit, you take something for a headache, same thing. Do you get the flu shot? Same shit. Just get the fucking shot. What's the worst you're going to happen? You're going to feel like shit the day after, maybe the day after that, but after that, you're fine. You might not even feel like shit right away, feel like shit the next day. You may have a slight headache, you may, like, your arm will hurt for a couple days, but you're protected, and the people around you are protected, and they're protected. They get it, and it spins everything around to where everyone's protected, and then we're eventually out of this shit where they wear masks every fucking where, and we're free. Because that's what it's about, right? You want fucking freedom, right? If everybody did what they're supposed to do, we're going to be past this shit. Not going into year 3. We'd have already broken free of it. You know what I'm saying? We'd already be free. So yeah. Still pissed about that. Still angry about it. Still going to tell you I'm angry about it. I'm going to tell you about yourselves. Because I fear no man. And I feel no pain. Like the late great Vader said. Oh shit. Just got a bit of a blip from my boy Rick. Follow him on Twitter. Rick from Baltimore. I can never remember what it is. But follow my boy. Another breaking news story. Crypto has fucking fallen. Has nosedived to the tune of $1 trillion. Which means that people that put $1 trillion into crypto are kind of fucked. Which kind of sucks for those people. Lesson learned from this? Buy actual fucking stocks and don't invest in fake fucking money. Buy real stocks. Buy like Starbucks or GameStop like Wall Street Bets was. And, buy like Microsoft or Apple or like fucking shit Tesla or some shit. Buy actual stocks. Don't invest in cryptocurrency. It's not real. Like, some people may have lost like everything in this, and that's fucking horrid, but that's the lesson to be gained from that. Don't do cryptocurrency. It's bullshit. Buy actual stocks. That is your stock tip from your boy Chris. Buy real stocks. Don't buy NFTs. Don't buy crypto. It's all bullshit. Anyway, that is the news for the day that I wanted to get out there. I told you I was going to do these about once a week. I may hit you with a bonus video this weekend. Depends on how I feel tomorrow or Sunday. If I'm up to it, you'll get something. My opinion on the Peacemaker TV show. I want to run my thoughts on that. Because everybody's been asking me, yo, what do you think of this? So my thoughts are coming on that. They may shock you. Given that I am a Marvel person all day, my response or my feelings on it may shock you. It may surprise you. Preview, I fucking love it. I'll delve more into that when I do the video this weekend. I'll you know what? I'll do it. It's coming this weekend. Look out for that either Saturday or Sunday. Look for it to post that same day because I put them up right after I do these. In order to get you the content you expect from me. Like I said, you may not like what I say. You may not agree with me. But I promise you, it will always be my honest opinion. It will always be the truth. It'll always be my honest truth. So everybody, as I always say, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be safe, be well. Peace.